Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great, and let's get right into today's video. So I am doing my left hand, which I barely do because it's my dominant hand. Yes, I'm a lefty and they look horrible. And look at these fantastic seashell set nails that I did in my previous video. You could check it out. They are still on, which I am so surprised and impressed by. But for this set today, we are going to use some yellow, some Makartt highlighter yellow that I got in a rainbow kit. Then this Makartt a Siesta pinkish nude color, some glitters. I wasn't sure if I was going to use both glitter or either or, so we'll figure that out later on when we get to the design part. And then I decided I was going to also include some butterflies, some white butterflies, and to encapsulate the ombre, because I will be doing some ombre nails. I wasn't sure if I was going to do the Savvyland Builder Gel or the Makartt Builder Gel in a tube. So this is everything that I will be using into today's video, and let's get started. So here are my nails, and these need to be done ASAP. As you can see, they look horrible, but I am gonna go in with my usual prepping, and I am going in with this small barrel bit to go around the cuticle area. And I like this bit a lot because it cleans up the cuticle, but it also shapes that cuticle to give it that round shape. And it's also very fine, so you could have it on speed well, it's on my speed 10 and you don't feel a thing, so I love that a lot. So after I'm done with the cuticles, I'm going to go in with my hand file instead of a sanding band and just rough up the nail plate, take off any leftover gel and acrylic that I had from my previous set. Now, I also always usually prep my nails with my peel off base, so that's what I did, and that's why my nails look so shiny. And now for this set, I decided I was going to use these tip dual forms, and I had used this previously one time, and I wanted to try it out again. I don't know if I liked it. I don't remember if I liked it or not, but we are going to try it out again. So I remember that I did these nail tips on top, and I saw that you can do them on bottom using the underneath your nail like a nail form. So for the first nail, I decided I'm going to try it on using this on top of the nail. So right now I'm taking the Makartt yellow, and I was like, oh my God, please don't be sticky. You see how it came out, guys? Like, oh God, that's when you know it's going to be a sticky polygel. And I was just like, why is it sticky? I mean, I know my room is warm, but it wasn't that warm. I mean, like, do I have to have my room in like freezing cold? Like, I don't get it. But it was super sticky for me, and I just kept having to use so much alcohol all the time. Like, it was really sticking to my nails. Like, as you can see right there, it was sticking all over the place. So it was a little bit frustrating, and this was just the first nail, so you can only imagine how it goes on for the rest of the nails. But yeah, so as I was saying, after I just placed the polygel in the nail tip, this is a dual form. I moved it around and made sure that I got it from side to side and to the length that I wanted. Not all the way down, but close down. I would think I went down to like the second to last line. And then I had placed it on top of my finger. And once I placed it on top of my finger, I went and cured it in the lamp for 60 seconds. And this is how it looks when it comes out. Not too bad. So now I'm going in with my cuticle bead and just going around the cuticle. And like I said, it was sticky because it was moving all over the place. I tried to make it work because I really wanted my yellow nails, and this was the only polygel that I had that was yellow. So, yeah, I just used a lot of alcohol and made it work. So once I was done with my cuticle bead, I cured that for 60 seconds. And then I went to the pinky nail. Now for the pinky nail, I decided that, well, first off, I decided that the pinky, the pointer, and the thumb were all going to be full cover yellow, and that the middle finger and the ring finger were going to be ombre. So now for the pinky, I decided that I was going to try the underneath the nail tip, underneath the nail, at my natural nail tip. As you see, I placed it on and used it as a nail form. Now, I didn't know how this was going to work, and maybe I shouldn't have done it with such a sticky polygel, but I did my best. I really did my best. So as this was, you can already see it sticking to my fingers, but I was like, okay, how do I keep it in place and moving the polygel? Because once I put pressure on this polygel, it was going to move the nail tip from underneath my nail. So I tried to gently like move it around as much, like as carefully as possible. But then I was like, okay, maybe I'm just thinking to myself, like, how do I keep it still? How do I really keep it still? So then, a bright idea came in my head, and I said, okay, how about I close in my fist to make it stay. So that's what I did right here. I closed my finger into my the palm of my hand, and I was like, oh, this is how I'm gonna do it. So that's what I did. I basically just brought down the polygel and formed it, and it actually did not come out bad. Like, it came out pretty good, and I'm just trying to see how long I wanted the nail. And yeah, so I just continued to do that, and it worked. And after I was done, I cured it for 60 seconds in the lamp. And once I finished curing it, I took off the tip, and it looked pretty good. The only thing is that the underneath had the lines. So I don't know if you can see here, but it had like the lines, the indentions of the dual form. That's the only thing, but it looked pretty good. It didn't look bad at all. So I am going in with a cuticle bead because I did not have enough polygel at that cuticle and apex area. So I'm just going in and placing that bead and spreading it down towards the free edge and trying to get that apex. So now I'm doing the same thing with the thumb, but I decided that for the rest of the nails that I was going to do the method that I did on the pointer finger, which is on top of the nail instead of underneath the nail tip, like the pinky finger, just because this polygel was really sticky and I just felt like that method was much easier for me. And I'm just making sure that the sizes are all the same length. So yeah, so once I placed it on top of my nail for the thumb, I just went in the lamp and cured it for 60 seconds. And here I'm just placing that cuticle bead and doing the exact same thing I did for the pointer finger and the pinky finger. Now, like I said, for the middle finger and the ring finger are going to be ombre nails. So for this is the middle finger that I'm doing now, and I'm doing the exact same thing, placing that polygel into the dual form and then going to place it on top of the nail. And instead of obviously the yellow being my cuticle bead, I'm going to take the Makartt Siesta, which is, I believe, everybody's favorite nude polygel, and place it on top as my cuticle bead and ombre that out. So now, like I said, I'm going to go in with my Siesta and place those two cuticle beads, one for the middle finger and one for the ring finger. And my oh my, was this a little bit sticky too, but I was just dealing with it and using as much alcohol as I needed. So yeah, so I placed on these beads, and just because I was trying to hurry up, the set was taking longer than I wanted it to be. And I know that me being a lefty, I look, weird with this brush right now, trying to pat the nail. I mean, the polygel, it looks so funny. Like I said, I am not a righty, I am a lefty, so it is so much harder to do nail sets with your non-dominant hand. So I'm trying my best to push it towards the cuticle area, get it nice and flushed, and then move it down towards the apex, and then push it back and forth to make sure that I have that nice apex. And then once I'm done with that, I am going to ombre it out by just smoothing out the end part, and then taking, see, because it was so, see, that was moving so fast, so I had to touch it so it wouldn't move all over the place. So I couldn't finish the ring finger until I moved the middle finger. But I'm going back to the ring finger now, and I'm because there's too much at the end, I swoop it out just like that, take all that excess off, and then put a little bit on the middle finger because that's where I felt it needed it to be. So yeah, if you guys can see what I'm doing, just continue watching and you'll see how I make these beautiful ombres. So here is how the ombre is looking so far. And now I'm going to go in with my white butterflies, And what I should have did before I added the butterflies was put a base coat on the yellow where I was going, or put a base coat wherever I was going to put the butterflies. It would have made it much easier. But because I thought that the polygel, because it has a tacky layer, that it would still stick easier or still stick, so I didn't have to put on a base coat, was my fault. So I recommend you putting on a base coat before you add any like stickers or decals, just because it'll make it much easier. So right now I'm just trying to my best put on these butterflies to the middle finger and the ring finger, and I decided that I was going to put 6 butterflies on each and just in a random order. So now I decided to encapsulate both of the nails, that I was going to use the Makartt Build-A-Gel in a tube. And I've used this Build-A-Gel before, and I like it a lot. If you can see from my previous videos, I like Build-A-Gel, especially more than sticky polygel. So I just use this to encapsulate the nails, take my brush and just brush it down from side to side and then cure it for 60 seconds. So once that was all done, I sprayed my nails with some alcohol to take off that tacky layer. I brushed it off and then wiped it down with a paper towel. And then I go in and begin my filing process. I start off with my hand file by filing the sides. I'm so sorry that I was out of focus and out of the camera, but I'm filing the sides and then the free edge, and I do that for all of the nails. And now I'm going in with my 5-in-1 bit to take down the bulk. And guys, this was so hard to do because I do not, in my non-dominant hand, I do not hold the nail drill with my non-dominant hand. So I did not want to cut myself, and I did not know how to hold it. So I look like I'm barely touching the nail, but I tried my hardest to file down the bulk of the nail and take off any of that excess at the tip. So that is what I'm doing here. But once I started realizing that the middle finger and the ring finger looks super long, longer than the rest of the nails. So I'm like, oh snap, it is longer. So I had to go in with my nail clipper and just clip the ends. So I took away I think a butterfly or two, which was disappointing, but yeah, I had to do it because the nails needed to look the same. So after I do that, I just went back in with my hand file and just filed the nails, and then took my small barrel bit and went around that cuticle area and made the cuticle area flush to the natural nail. And yeah, this was a process. Like, there was so much dust on my hands from filing. Oh my god, you guys won't believe it. It was like a yellow dust pile. But here is the final look. And unfortunately, I was still upset because look at the pointer. You see me pointing to the pointer finger? It was so skinny. And I'm like, oh my god, why did I notice that before? I don't know. But it was so much skinnier, and I was like, I'm not going back in with that polygel, especially that sticky polygel. So I figured, because I was going to make all the yellow nails glitter nails, I was like, let me just put on the glitter, and hopefully that it can make it a little bit thicker and not look so skinny. So I'm going in with my base gel, my Makartt base gel, and I decided that I was going to use the little yellow glitter that looks like the highlighter glitter, instead of the orangey sunflower glitter. So I use my I think it's like a dip. This is usually like for dip powder or whatnot, but I like to use it for my glitter because it helps keep all the glitter together. Well, sometimes sometimes it just spills all over the place, but this helped keep all the glitter. And so I just pour it over the finger, and I have my finger in the well area, and then I cure it for 60 seconds. So I do cure it individually for each finger. So after the pinky, I cure for 60 seconds, and then after I do the pointer finger, I cure for 60 seconds. Same thing for the thumb. And so as I was trying to pour it back into the small container, it spilled. So I said, I am not going to waste this glitter. I am going to use it, and it almost, covered the entire nail. So I just took my cuticle pusher and just placed all that glitter on top of the pointer nail, and it was working. So that is what I'm doing here, pouring that glitter, and then I just pour the rest of it. And boy, oh boy, this glitter got everywhere too. But that comes with doing nails. Glitter all over the place, nail dust all over the place, It comes with the process. So, yep, I do the same thing for the thumbnail. And then I decided that I was going to take my Saviland, the Clear Builder Gel, and make a swirly line for the middle finger and the ring finger, and then just pour glitter on top of it to have like a glitter swirl for those two nails. So that's what I did. And as you can see, glitter all over the place, like I said. But anyway, this is how they turned out, and they look so cute. Besides the pointer finger being so skinny, this turned out so cute. Like, I really like this glitter. It's very pretty. Like, I did not know or think that this glitter was going to come out so pretty, and it really does. Like, I really like this set. Like I said, I just wish that pointer finger was a little bit thicker or wider, I should say. And yeah, it would have been great. So, well, let me know what you guys think, and if you guys think that I should have did something differently, or how much you like this set. And if you do, please like this video, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.